That's intense. I know that's intense, but the thing is that it's not that difficult. It's very easy. Just I gave you the example. Use the words that. Hi everybody. How are you all? Are you ready to know the secrets to English fluency? Are you ready to know the secret to speak fluent English? Well, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another session of learning English with me. As promised, I am starting the fluency series now. I promised you that I'm soon going to start the fluency series. So from time to time, you will get one secret of fluency. This is the first secret, the first session in this particular series, Fluent English series. So are you ready to know the first secret of speaking fluent English? I am Shivangi Gupta, your certified English language tutor, and you're watching Speak English with Shivangi. Before beginning, please subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any lesson that I post every day sharp at 8 a.m. on various topics such as vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, advanced English, professional English. So that you get all the lessons, please subscribe the channel, like this video and share it with your friends. Now let's begin with the fluency secret 1, session 1. And today's secret is get comfortable with the words that you know in English. Now this sounds something totally different. I know, that's why it's secret. Remember, secrets to learning English, secrets to speaking fluent English. Now what do I exactly mean by that? This is something very important. This is one factor that makes people speak fluent English. Some people, they have really good knowledge of English, vocabulary, grammar, yet they're not able to speak English fluently. They fumble, they get stuck while speaking English. Whereas another person who has not that much good English knowledge, like the vocabulary that the person knows is not advanced, still the person is able to speak with a better flow than the other person who's at the advanced level. This is one factor that makes the difference, that they are comfortable with the words that they know. So get comfortable with the words that you know. Now let's discuss this in deep, how you can do that, what exactly are those words, how to identify those words that you know, how to get comfortable with them. When you're speaking English, there are going to be words related to a particular topic where some words are really familiar for you that you can use easily in a sentence. Then there are going to be the words which are difficult for you. You know about them, they might be in your knowledge, but you don't use them in the sentence often. And if I ask you to make a sentence on the particular word, you might think, you might take time, you might find it difficult to make a sentence, or you don't know how to use that particular word in a sentence. For example, let me give you an example. So I'm going to give you few words. Now you have to select which are really easy for you, the words that you don't know, and the words that you know but you don't use them in sentence, or you might feel difficult while using them in a sentence. It might be difficult for you, that you might feel nervous while using them in a sentence. They might be difficult for you to use in a sentence. Now, I'm gonna give you few words related to market, shopping basically. Now here are the words: shop, mall, market, shopping complex, grocery store, emporium, thrift shop, thrift market, warehouse, departmental store, showroom. Now there are going to be words that you know, that you use very easily, that you know, you don't use them often, and some words that you don't know, they are like difficult for you, not sure that in what area are they related to shopping. Okay, the easiest one that you use on a daily basis, I'm sure that you must use them. Say yes, or you can comment yes if it's yes for you that you use them. That's mall, shop, showroom, shopping complex. Now the words that you know but you don't use them in sentences or while you're speaking: departmental store, warehouse, grocery store, thrift shop or thrift market. Now, the third category that you do not use at all, like they don't even come in your mind when you're talking about shopping or something like that. Emporium and warehouse. So, warehouse is a place like where you get wholesale things or things are stored up. That's a warehouse. And emporium is again a place of trade, basically a place from where you can buy things, sell things. Again, emporium is a high quality market or a mall, you can say. So these are the three categories of words. What I want you to do is you should get comfortable with the word first. Now the first step of doing this, how to get comfortable with the words, is to identify which words are you comfortable with. Just like we did right now, we identified on a certain topic which words are we comfortable with, which are in the mediocre zone, and which ones are in the difficult zone, absolute difficult. Now what you have to do is, when you're speaking in English, try to use the words that are absolutely easy for you. When you try to use them, you'll see that you're more fluent. That's the step number 1. We are going to go to the step number 2 and 3, which are very important, but in order to reach them, you have to go through step 1. So wait and listen to step 2 and 3. They are going to be really crucial. Now step 1 is to use the words that you already know, that are very easy with you, that are very comfortable for you to use. Use them when you're speaking English. You'll sound more fluent because you'll have to do less thinking. You'll think less about making sentences, sentence structures while using this word. Why? Because you're familiar. You're habitual of using the particular word in a sentence. When you use a word that is more difficult, what will happen is that you are faced with this dilemma, what to say, how to make a sentence. You might pause in between, you might think a lot, and hence it's gonna break your fluency. Often what we do is, when we want to speak in English, we try to use the advanced words, the advanced synonyms, without getting comfortable with them. The thing is that there are words that are easy for you to use, a bit difficult and very difficult, like we just covered. So the thing is that often we jump on the advanced words. That is not the answer to the fluency. Right in the beginning, jumping to the advanced word is not the answer. So do not try to use advanced words without knowing the context. Stick to the words that you know about, that are easy for you to use. Now comes the step number 2. That is, then what to do with the advanced words? We are learning vocabulary. We are enriching our vocabulary with the advanced words, and I know that you want to speak those words. Obviously, it's important to use advanced words for fluency. Now, what to do? See, the words that you already know is known as your active vocabulary. So, I made a detailed video on active vocabulary. The link is given in the description box below. If you want to know more about your active vocabulary, I suggest you go watch the video. Now, your active vocabulary, the words that you know, they are already there with you. The words that are in the mediocre zone, that you know the meaning of, but you don't know how to use them in a sentence, start using them in sentence. Try to understand the context. Revise them, review them, use them a lot in your speaking practice. And only then use them in your day-to-day speaking or conversations when you become comfortable with those words. So I'm not saying do not use advanced words in your speaking practice session. See, when we talk about speaking in English, what often people think that speaking practice and speaking English in your daily life, normal day-to-day tasks, that's the same thing. No, that's not the same thing. When I say speak English, I'm talking about the things that you do in English. For example, speaking English at your workplace, speaking English with your friends, with your colleagues, speaking English while you're traveling, speaking English when you're at a cafe. So that's speaking English. The other thing that you do to improve your fluency is your speaking practice. So when you're doing your speaking practice, obviously use those advanced words. That's the stage number 2 or the step number 2. That's very important. So that you become comfortable with those words. Try to understand the context. Try to understand how this word is used. Then use it. Use it a lot, practice, and then you're gonna improve. Now comes the step number 3. So step number 3 is, I call it use it or lose it. Use it when you get comfortable with this word while doing your speaking practice. Now use it. Use it in your speaking, day-to-day speaking, day-to-day conversation. Use those words. Otherwise, if you won't use them in your day-to-day speaking, that day will never come when you start using them. So now you have gained some confidence for using these particular words. Now you're comfortable with them. So this is the time to use them. So use them a lot. If you get an opportunity, use those words. This is going to improve your fluency. Why? Because you're choosing the words that you're comfortable with. So you are maintaining step number 1 for the fluency. Now what you've done is, the words that you know about but you don't know how to use them, now you've become comfortable with those words too. So when you'll be speaking those words, you will pause less, you'll take less pauses, you'll fumble less, you will not stress so much how to use them, what to say, how to make sentence structure. Things will come more naturally to you and you'll take less time to think. Most important thing is you won't translate, because you know how to use this particular word, you know how to use this particular phrase, or the vocabulary, the advanced vocabulary that you're focusing on now in a sentence while speaking. That's intense. I know that's intense, but the thing is that it's not that difficult. It sounds difficult. Think about it. It sounds difficult. It's very easy. Just I gave you the example. Use the words that you know. Now, the words that you don't know, try to convert them to your active vocabulary. So you have to use your active vocabulary. That's the thing. Use your active vocabulary and try to add more words to the active vocabulary. Get comfortable with the difficult words and then use them. So that's it. That was the session for today. The secret to fluency, secret number 1. It's one of the most important thing. You might be practicing a lot, learning new words a lot, but then how to use them together to develop the fluency, that is the thing, and this is that secret for you. So I hope this session is going to help you a lot. Apply this whenever you're practicing English next time. Try to do it for yourself and see the results. Now I'm going to meet you tomorrow sharp at 8 a.m. Till then, take care and bye.